Another really good team win. Again, I'm really happy with our offensive production, being able to score 84 points again when I thought it was a slower paced game, and I didn't think we necessarily had our best offensive night, but be able to produce that and to get multiple people in double figures again, I think is really key to be able to still score 84 when we didn't shoot three as well as what we had been shooting, but did a really good job getting to the free throw line. And I really liked our attack mindset coming into the second half and into that third when we kind of pulled away. We had talked about it in halftime and really loved how, we carry that over. We put it into action. So great team win going into, two really, really tough games on the road. First time we're away from home. So it'll be a good test for us down in Florida.
Jayla, for you, do you feel like this is kind of the best stretch that you've had of the season, and what's kind of been the key to getting you going tonight?
Yes, I do think this is probably the best stretch that I've had so far. I think just being aggressive and just playing my game, honestly. Coach Green tells me all the time, just play my game, play free. Yeah.
Has it helped you to kind of have Makaira to work with, a veteran, some experience for you? I mean, what's that relationship been like between the two of you?
Makaira's a great leader, a great person, a great player. I love playing with her, honestly. She pushes me so much, not even just on the court, off the court as well. And just playing with her, she kind of guides us all, like, what we need to do and tells us, like, what we need to do, like, to be the best players we possibly can be.
Jada, for you, does it feel like, when you're the way you're shooting tonight, does it just feel like it's going to go in every single time it leaves your hands?
I guess. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think just having my teammates put me in the right position to where it's just a wide open, easy shot to take. I mean, it's just an easy shot to take, and I know the reps that I've gotten in, I see it going every day. So having the confidence to take that wide open shot, it just feels good every time I let it go.
What's the blowing the kiss to the crowd celebration? When did that start? Did that start this year? And what was kind of the genesis for that?
So it started last year, in practice when I don't know how it happened, but I was just playing around and I would like blow a kiss to in like my teammate's face, and then I would shoot the ball, but it wasn't going in. So then I figured I would just blow a kiss after the fact. So then I just started blowing a kiss after I made the shot instead of before I even took the shot.
Jada, since opening night you went 0 of 6 from 3. Since then, in 3 of the 4 games, you've made 4 threes on really outstanding efficiency. Is that the new norm?
Yeah, why not? I mean, from here on out, I feel like everyone knows it's what I do, but again, just having my teammates get me open and then having the confidence to take that shot, I mean, I say why not have it be the norm.
Anything else for the players? You all good? Awesome.
Good job, guys.
You've talked about this, but just the Jada and the work she's put in just in the gym, what's that been like to kind of see that be rewarded for her these last couple of games?
I mean, all these guys, we're very lucky because not a lot of people want to work that hard, right? Like you think everyone should be in the gym all the time, but that's not the norm, unfortunately. So all these guys, they get a lot of work in, and they get a lot of work in right now in practice. You don't get enough reps in practice to be an elite shooter. So, they go in the gym on their own. They get in with their position coaches. They get in on the gun. So all these guys are putting the work in, and Jada in particular, she wasn't happy after that first game, and she just got in more. So it's a very simple game. You want to really, like life, right? You want to be really good at something. You got to work really, really hard, and it's really, really hard to be an elite shooter. And you got to get a ton of reps in, and repetition leads to confidence. Confidence leads to success, and our kids have bought into that.
What have you kind of seen from Jayla just the last couple of games, and do you feel like she's starting to kind of click as a player and figure out what you kind of want from her?
Yeah, I think she's learning every day, and I got to stay on her, because she can be an amazing player, and she shows glimpses of it, but it's the consistency, defensively, it's the consistency, offensively of, her taking shots. I mean, I'm sitting there yelling at her to take open shots. So no one would ever have to tell me that. So I have a hard time understanding when you don't take open shots. So, and I thought she was aggressive tonight, and that's what we've been telling her. Be aggressive. Go until you're stopped. And she was really attacking the rim, and so hopefully this gives her confidence. And we need her. We need her to score. She's fully capable of it. So we need her to continue to score at this level.
It looked like in times in the second quarter there was some frustration from you, like maybe some one-and-done possessions offensively. Did you feel like that changed at the end of the quarter, or is that something that you kind of had to address at halftime, wanting to see from your team going into the second half?
Yeah, I mean, you guys probably are figuring me out by now, but I don't care what the score is. I don't care who we're playing. Like, there's an expectation and a standard, and most of my frustration usually will stem from defense and the lack of intensity defensively and the lack of urgency. And that was where, like, I just have a high standard of every possession. You need to play as hard as you possibly can. I know that they're not intentionally not playing hard, but again, it's my job, like I tell them, to remind them. So, that's where my frustration was, is that, we have to be more consistent with that. And we have to do a better job, like I just told them in post game, of carrying over scout and who does what and being locked in and focused, where their best shooter should not have 8 attempts. She shouldn't even have 8 attempts. So we'll get there. And I know it's also, for some of these guys, it's new. It's new to them, and being in games like this with this, standard. So, but they respond, and that's the best thing. That's, as long as they're responding to it and we're getting better from it, that's all I care about.
Did you see some response to adversity that you'd kind of wanted to see before you hit Daytona, especially in that first half?
Yeah, no, you're right, because I said it the other game. I'm like, we haven't been since our scrimmage, we haven't been in a tight game, and that is important. So some of the, these blowout games, like, they don't really help you, So that's where it was actually kind of good in the first half to finally, I said, every game's getting harder and every team's getting better, where we had to have some response and fight back and fix some stuff quickly, where the other games, it was over quickly. It was 30+ quickly.
This is Illinois' first 5-0 start since 2015-16. What does that mean for you to accomplish that in your first year, and where do you go from here?
Every game we're just trying to go 1-0, right? Like that's our mindset. I mean, obviously I want to win basketball games, so that's all I care about. I also know, like, the competition's getting harder and harder. So hopefully we can take these 5 wins and again, be learning, and then also just gaining some confidence, because Florida, there's going to be 2 really good teams, and it'll get from there harder and harder. But I'll never take for granted winning a game. I can tell you that much, and I don't want our players ever to too. But then you learn and you move on.
Just kind of speak about the tournament that's coming up for you. I know that Delaware was a team that went to the NCAA tournament last season. What kind of challenge are you expecting from Charlotte and Delaware, and maybe looking forward to seeing from your team in those 2 games?
Yeah, I think first off, it's great that we're going to leave and play away from here, because we got to, this is something I'm not used to, playing first 5 games at home. We never did that. Like, I'm used to being on the road. So this is, we got to go. It's going to be great to play on a neutral floor. And then you have 2 good teams. Charlotte's a really good team, really good program. That head coach does an unbelievable job. Delaware's a new coach. But like you said, great program last year, and that's why the old coach went and got a different job. So 2 really good programs that they're going to present some. I haven't looked at them too closely yet, but they're gonna be another notch up. Each game, again, continues to climb in terms of competition.
Can you kind of expound on the whole, trying to change Jada over in the sense, I'm looking at stats where she really only averaged about 3 or 4 3-point attempts a game, and now you kind of want that doubled at the very, very least because of how talented she is. Just the idea of changing a program over to where a player feels like she has enough freedom to do that and be good about that. How long can that take?
That's interesting. So she had that last year. That was her. Is that what you said? Yeah.
Never taken over 100 in a season.
Yep. And that's something I told you guys. I didn't watch any film. I didn't look at any stats. I could give two craps what happened besides when I played them last year. So I didn't even know that because I'm focused on how we can use her now. And the thing about Jada and some of these guys that were here and even a Genesis, like I think they're thriving in our system because we're telling them they're getting open shots because of she gets a ton in Phoenix in our transition, and then we work on it a lot in the off season. She's been here, right? She was here from spring workouts. Obviously she was hurt this summer, but she was in those spring workouts where we literally came in and detail technique, form, footwork, follow through, tightened everyone's shot up, and really, very, very detailed in technique. And I think she thrived from that and really got better and more consistent in her shot. And I'm telling these guys to shoot it. If they're open, I'm telling her to shoot it. So in my mind, she hasn't taken a bad shot all year. And I'm going to keep telling her to shoot it. And then hopefully the more that goes in, the more confidence you get, and she continues to flourish.
Genesis, on a night that maybe she didn't shoot the ball as well, but defensively what she gave you and rebounding and assist-wise, what can that do maybe on a night when it's not going in as well as it's normally going in for her?
I think that's what great players do, right? They don't always – you're going to have nights where – and we talk about this as a program all the time. You're going to have nights where the ball doesn't go in, but you have to hang your hat on every night, consistency in your defense and your rebounding. And she had 6 assists to 2 turnovers, 6 rebounds, and she's not very big, so, and plays the point guard. So, and still 9 points. So that, just how do you make an impact on the game? How do you make an impact? And sometimes it's going to be through scoring, but the things that you can control are your defense, your ability to take care of the ball, and your rebounding. Thank you.